So something that doesn't make any sense to me is that throughout the entire franchise, they really emphasize the fact that Toby is a demon, not a ghost. So is this film called The Ghost Dimension when there are no actual ghosts in the film? In Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimensions, a new family discovers a box of old VHS tapes in their home, and with this box also comes with this big, massive camera that when they turn it on, they notice that they can start seeing spirits and ghosts within their home, and they realize that they have one, and it wants their daughter. Now look, you guys, I am a Paranormal Activity fan. Love me, hate me, I can't deny the fact that I've actually enjoyed all the Paranormal Activity films leading up to this one. I can't deny the fact that they scare me. And the first one is actually, in my opinion, the scariest movie I have ever seen. I'm sorry, but it is. It terrified me so much. So going into Ghost Dimensions, you guys, I was looking forward to this film, you guys. I was hoping for some good scares, and also knowing the fact that they said that this would be the final installment in the franchise, and that this would answer all the burning questions that all the previous films have been teasing and leading up to. And ladies and gentlemen, they lied to me, because this film did not answer all those burning questions that I had throughout the franchise. And that left me extremely disappointed with this film, you guys. This is by far, in my opinion, the weakest installment in the entire Paranormal Activity franchise. But I don't want to completely come down on this movie, because I do think there are some elements of this movie that does make this movie a fun and solid, enjoyable ride. Just prepare that when you walk out to be disappointed knowing the fact that this is a final film. But I will admit, though, there are a lot of things in this film that do really work and that I really like. For instance, I really liked the family in this film. I thought they were fun, enjoyable, sweet, and sincere, and the little girl is so adorable. It's so big! Also, the addition of the spirit camera, while it hinders it in some scenes, for the most part, really added to the film. You can sense like the people behind it were trying to do something more than the usual door slams really fast on night 15. And like previous Paranormal Activity films, there are multiple cameras stationed throughout this film, but they have this one spirit camera. So when Toby is not in contact with the spirit camera, he's still invisible, like in all the other Paranormal Activity films. It's only when he comes in contact with the spirit camera that you actually see what he looks like. So there's still that keeping Toby in the shadows ordeal. For the most part, you know, I think that they handle the spirit camera fairly well. Also, in terms of scares, this movie offers some really good scares. I thought there were some really excellent, intense moments. There are one too many jump scares in the movie, but like there were some really good scares. Like there's one in the backyard that I thought was really well effective, and then there's one in the kitchen, because we haven't learned to stay out of the motherfucking kitchen, and it actually is the scene that I felt like the spirit camera came into play really well. And I also thought the ending to this movie was pretty cool. Now the thing about the ending to this movie is, though, I think it would have been awesome if this wasn't the final installment. I would have been like, oh my god, the crap just hit the fan. This movie is intense and insane. Toby is out for blood and revenge right now. I think I would have dug this movie a lot more if I knew that this wasn't the final installment. But the fact that we know that this is the final one and that there's reportedly no more after this, it's kind of like, you've got to be kidding me, right? This is what we've been leading up to? This? I'm a bit underwhelmed. Now, I want to talk about those burning questions, the questions that was teased all throughout the film. And without giving away any major spoilers, I will say this much. These are the questions that, you know, the film does answer. And that is questions about the Coven. You know, what is the Coven? What are they after? Why Katie and Christy, why they were chosen, what their roles were. Hunter is mentioned and his role and all that stuff. All the minor stuff is not. In the sense, like, if you were hoping to see other characters return for the final installment, you're going to be massively disappointed, because no, they don't. So you never see Hunter. You never see Robbie. Robbie's never even mentioned. Alex and Allie from 2 and 4, they're completely oblivious. We don't even see the main face from the first film, or the figure face of Paranormal Activity, Katie herself. We don't even see her. She's completely absent in this film. So therefore, I do feel like there's a lot of missed opportunities in this final film. Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension, offers some solid scares and an intense finale. But as a conclusion to the franchise as a whole, it feels a bit anticlimactic and unsatisfying with its lack of unanswered questions. As the score goes, I'm going to give Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimensions a 3 out of 5. So you guys, were you looking forward to Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimensions? Have you seen it? What did you think of this film? What do you think of the franchise as a whole? I, for one, still love the franchise, even though this is my least favorite installment in the franchise. I thought that overall the movie was just sort of mediocre. Let's talk about it in the comments section below. And until next time, you guys, I'm the Slash Movie Reviewer, and you guys have just been slashed.